Chopra, Wellness Radio, Sirius XM Stars, Sirius 102, and XM 155.
Deepak Chopra, and this is Wellness Radio on the Sirius XM Stars channel, Sirius 102 and XM 155. On this program, we talk about spirituality, relationships, love, success, health and well-being. Our favorite topic always is consciousness, and it's my great privilege today to have some very special guests. They're on the phone now from Sweden. Who hasn't heard of the great recording artist Tina Turner? But with her are special guests Dechen and Regula, and we'll be introducing them properly to you in a second. But first I want to just go a little bit into the background. Of course, everyone in the world knows who Tina Turner is, but she has a new album coming out in September. It's called Beyond, and I have listened to parts of it. It's just something that strikes a great resonance with me and my heart, and I feel that more people should be listening to this kind of music and feel the transformation that occurs so spontaneously. In 1993, Tina's autobiography, I, Tina, was made into a feature film, which many of you may have seen, called What's Love Got to Do With It? The movie's closing scenes captured Tina chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the Lotus Sutra mantra that she has practiced for more than 30 years and which she credits with transforming her life. This is the first time, quote unquote, that people heard me actually say the words Nam Myoho Renge Kyo in this respect, says Tina. In the movie I was there chanting, but the sound and all of it is stronger now. I'm very proud to be a part of this project, and I hope the whole world will hear it. It will hear a prayer that brought me this far and brought me to being a very happy person. The meaning of the Lotus Sutra is, I devote my life to the mystic law of the Lotus Sutra. It is the royal sutra of a form of Buddhism called Nichiren Buddhism, which started in Japan in 1253. And about this mantra, Tina says, however you must do it to truly understand, you have to do it. When you say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, it will slowly remove all of the bad decisions you have made. The more you repeat the words, the more you make your life cleaner. The more you chant it, the closer you get to your true nature. Your true nature is the right way of thinking and the right way of acting, what we call spontaneous right thought and spontaneous right action, which is evolutionary. I'm just paraphrasing now. The longer you go on this path, the more you avoid making wrong decisions. So, Tina, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining this show.
It's a real pleasure. And
just want to remind our audiences that if you miss parts of it, you can come back to it right through Sunday. And we are worldwide, and you can also hear us on your iPhone application. Tell us about how you came to do this project, and I also want to thank you for acknowledging me in your album, which is very flattering and very gratifying.
Well, actually, one small correction is it's not from it's from Switzerland.
Yes.
It was originated from a lady in Switzerland.
Oh, the project. Okay.
Regula Curti. Yeah, she is something that she had on her tongue from the first time I met her, right up until she invited me to do the project with her.
Okay.
There was a lady. Her name is Dechen.
Yes.
And she is also a Buddhist. She's Tibetan, and she has a career of her own. So she was also a part of this project before me. So
okay.
Three women got together and we were very
she's
excited about doing it.
She's from a Benedictine monastery. Is that true?
Sorry?
Who's from the Benedictine monastery?
That's Miss Curti, Regula Curti.
Okay, so
yes.
they're all with you at the moment, and they're all on the album as well.
Yes. Actually, the project belongs to Miss Curti. She started the whole project and invited me to do it. I joined because it's been something that's kind of been around me for my entire life, and I felt, well, since I'm moving out of my career, it would be a good project to do. And so far, it has done wonderfully well in Switzerland. Everyone has been complimenting her and me on the project. They have the music. They actually say when they're driving to work in the mornings, they listen to it, and it touches them some kind of way. It calms them. This is the feedback we're getting from Switzerland, and we're very happy about it.
Well, I think you should get a great reception in the United States as well. Your household name here, and everybody at our radio station is thrilled to have you on the show today. So you've sent me about 4 clips, and I'd like to just play the first one right now.
All right.
It's called Prayer, a clip from track 4, interlude 1 for us now. Let's play it.
All right.
Love grows when you trust. When you trust, love heals and renews. Love makes us feel safe and brings us closer to God. Keep singing. Singing takes you beyond. 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 Beyond.
That's beautiful, Tina.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's true, isn't it? The love makes us feel safe. Love brings us closer to God. And love is the ultimate truth at the heart of the universe, at the heart of creation. It holds everything together. It's the force of spirit. So you've been practicing Buddhist for quite some time.
Oh, nearly 35 years, yes. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's. I think the public is searching for this kind of music, this kind of message at the moment, and this is why we felt that it was a perfect time for it, with the world being as is.
Yes.
And it is true. It's a time when money can't solve the problem, when and drugs or alcohol can't solve the problem, or you need to go within. And we think that is why the singing and the words is what's making this project as successful as it is.
Yeah, after the show is finished, at some point today, I'm going to send you a little piece that I wrote for Oprah. It's about my own experiences at a Buddhist monastery. I spent 3 weeks and ordained as a monk in Thailand. I had to shave my head, even my eyebrows. I went begging every day for my food.
Wow.
Slept on a hardwood floor, but slept.
And what did you experience?
Well, what I experienced was present moment awareness as I've never experienced before. And before I left, the abbot said to me some things that I'll never forget. He said, the most important time in your life is now. The most important person in your life is the one you're with now. The most important activity in your life is what you're doing now. The most important way to make a future is the choices you make now. Wow. And the most important and best way to be happy is to make somebody else happy now. And I realized that after 60 books, this is all I needed to know.
That's right. But you see, sometimes it comes in a hard way, and then sometimes it comes just the pop of a finger or so.
That's right.
And it really, it's a good information, and you feel so good when you have just those few words.
Yes.
And it helps you to know that you're on the right track.
Right. Let's bring your collaborators on the phone. So,
all right.
Would you introduce them?
Okay, the first one is the founder of our little project. She is Regula Curti.
Regula, welcome to our show.
Hello, I'm very happy to be online with you, Deepak.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you on the Sirius XM. So just give us a little bit of background and how this project came to be.
Yes. I'm a singer and musician and a music therapist, and working a long time, in a spiritual field, having teachers like Thich Nhat Hanh, and actually you are, and you don't know, a teacher of mine because I really read all the books you ever wrote, probably.
You're very kind.
And the very nice coincidence is that when I read the third Jesus you wrote, I could so deeply connect to the Jesus energy, and that moment I knew that when my project was like already in a final stage, that I have to contact Gina, and that was because of your book, actually.
You're very kind. You're very kind.
So the project actually started, it's a long history. I could write almost a book about it, but Dechen, the Buddhist singer, and I, we met on a very deep level by singing prayers together on various occasions. We once sang for a Palestinian and Jewish reunion in Switzerland for peace finding and helping people to get more tolerance and more respect for each other's. And it was a very difficult meeting, and anytime they were out of the discussion and getting angry or uncomfortable, we were singing our prayers, and it helped them to get into it, and that was wonderful, a wonderful experience. And they said, where is the CD? So we started the CD.
Wonderful. I'm speaking to Regula Curti, and she has worked with Buddhist and Hindu prayers, also in the tradition of the Sikhs, and she was recently inspired to sing and teach Christian prayers as well. This is her third album, and she says, for me, the realization of Beyond is a dream come true, inspired by my students, patients, and colleagues. I feel this project will serve as a shining reminder of the Earth's heart ability to heal and to connect in gratitude to all those who contributed to this project. All artist proceeds from the recording will go towards supporting 3 non-profit organizations that are affiliated with the artists with the focus on the welfare of children. And the album is published by New Earth Records, which was founded by Bhikkhu Shober and Vaduda Paradiso in 1990 in Munich. The album will be released in November, I believe, in the United States. So I'm going to now ask our producer here to play the second track that we have, the second 30 track. It's from the compilation, and here we go. Yeah, that's very evocative, something that I have heard before, and every time I do hear it, I feel that's settling in my consciousness as well. And you have a third person collaborating in your album, Dechen, I believe, who's a native Tibetan mantra singer. She's the eldest daughter of the late Yishi Sedon Zatul, much respected Tibetan Lama Dangse Tulku Rinpoche, author of the book Practice of Tibetan Meditation. And your Dechen's family fled to India in 1959, escaping the Chinese occupation of Tibet, settling in Switzerland in 1963. Since 2005, Dechen has released 4 CDs with New Earth Records. She has traveled and performed intensely all over the world and has been invited by His Holiness the Dalai Lama to sing at many of his events. His Holiness appointed her an ambassador of peace for the Tibetan people. Quote unquote, the many cultures and religions of the world offer a variety of paths to inner quiet and peace. For us Tibetans, reciting or singing mantras is one of the most effective ways of quickly producing a peaceful state of mind. The mantras play a very important role in Buddhist practice, and they are an integral part for the practitioner on his spiritual path. Can we have Dechen join us, please?
Yes, hello Deepak. I'm online with you.
Yes, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm extremely happy. So excited to be online with you because in one of your books you speak about synchronicity.
That's
and how
right.
much we are all connected with each other. And if we have a dream and we really think about it strongly, it can all happen. And probably, when Tina contacted you for Beyond, we must have all been really connecting with each other so strongly, so that we sit on the phone.
No, I remember Tina's visit to California. I was overjoyed that she was doing this project with you, and of course you've been performing worldwide, and I personally also have a close association with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. He comes to Vancouver once a year, and we do a whole conference on the science of Buddhist philosophy, our interconnectedness, the nature of impermanence, but also how getting to that level of what Thich Nhat Hanh calls interbeingness, allows us to relate to each other and brings out divine qualities like loving kindness, compassion, joy at the success of others, peace and equanimity. So it's a great thing that you brought this chanting of mantras to the world, and that I think you're going to have a major impact on people who listen to it.
Thank you very much.
What is your hope for this album? How did you meet Tina, by the way?
Well, to me, as a Tibetan, you can imagine, I came to Switzerland as a small refugee child of 3 years old, and this whole thing is like a fairy tale, of course, a little refugee child getting to sing with the world's most famous icon.
Yeah, that's true. She's a very big icon. Yes. Not only in the world, but particularly here in the United States. Everybody in our studio is thrilled to have her. And you.
Thank you. No, I feel extremely happy and lucky. I got in this project through Regula, of course, because Regula had been listening to my very first album, Devache, the Universal Healing Power of Mantras, and she was practicing these mantras with her students, and she was thinking that I must be living somewhere up in the Himalayas, when one day she found out that I actually just live across the lake. Because we have the Lake of Zurich in between us, and
synchronicity once again.
Yes, absolutely, and so close, and so we connected with each other, and it was an amazing connection, and that's how it all started.
Very good. I think I'd like to play the third clip that you sent me, the chanting intro, The Sound of Mystic Law with Tina Turner. So, and let's play that and then come right back.
Thank you.
Nam yo ring a kyo, nam yo ring a kyo, nam yo ring a kyo. Yo ring a kyo, ho be podani.
So that was just a little glimpse or a little track in chanting intro from Tina Turner's new album called Beyond. Actually, it's a project with Tina Turner, Dechen Shak-Dagsay, and Regula Curti. Dechen, what is your hope? What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, there is one very worldly hope, actually, right now. because New Earth Records has submitted Beyond for the Grammys into the category of New Age, and of course, to be very honest, we hope that we're going to get it, and it will be such a beautiful breakthrough of a message that really needs to be spread through the world. And of course, overall, the hope for Beyond is that we can spread happiness and joy throughout the world to the people, to give them a tool how to become, how to transform their mind if they're stuck with fears and sorrows, and to give them a tool how to see the world in a different way, and to really get into the spirit of Beyond.
So I'm speaking to Dechen, whose recordings of Tibetan chants were known at the Benedictine monastery in Einsedin, which was how Regula learned about them. And this led to a fascinating friendship between the two women, and then to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and ultimately this collaboration with Tina Turner, which is called Beyond, issued by New Earth Records. Beyond is also Tina Turner's first spiritual recording. In explaining her participation in Beyond, Tina, who contributed both spoken interludes and chanting, says she turned to Buddhism, quote-unquote, in my bad times. When I needed help, I started the practice, and I was motivated because the practice worked for me, and I've continued to do it because up until now it has supported me, and that's the motivation. When something works, I will spread this word to everyone, because that is part of what Buddhism is to pass it on in order to help people to help themselves. Quote again, with the Beyond project, I'm glad to add my personal chants as an offering to the world, to share a message of oneness through music and prayer that goes beyond religious differences and helps bring humanity together. In Beyond, her inner strength and power of her convictions is almost palpable. According to Waduda Paradiso, co-founder of New Earth Records, Tina is not just a singer, she's a shamanic force, a message of oneness, her call to overcome our fears, listen to each other and sing are an invitation to go beyond. And in their notes on the recording, Regula and Dechen write of experiencing, quote-unquote, the immense power of deep spirituality whenever we chant together, although each person is praying in his own tradition. With the CD Beyond, we wish to share our wonderful experience of connecting hearts and this great sense of oneness with as many people as possible. Singing takes you beyond to a place where love and compassion grow. In a personal message, His Holiness the Dalai Lama writes, bringing together corresponding pieces from Christian and Tibetan Buddhist traditions, as has been done here, will allow listeners to share in these prayers, stirring thoughts of deeper respect and peace in their lives. So I really want to congratulate all of you on this wonderful project. Tina, can you really thank you also for joining us in this segment. And before I play the last track, I'd like to ask you, when are you next visiting the United States?
Well, I don't have a schedule on a plan for that at the moment. I'm sure we will get some kind of feedback or invitations on this project. So, but when I'm there, I'm sure I'll find time to pop in and see you again.
If you do find time to pop in, I'd love to have you live in the studio for a conversation, and it'll be a great privilege to have you.
Thank you. They're all smiling with big beaming eyes at the moment. So.
Well, thank you. So we are connected, and we'll stay connected.
Yes.
And I'll let you go. Have a wonderful time in Switzerland. And next time I'm there, I'll surely be in touch with you. And I'll send you my little essay about my experiences at the monastery as an ordained monk.
Yes. Absolutely. I'd love to see that and to hear how it all went for you.
We're going to play the fourth track now. And thank you again, Tina, and thank you, Dechen.
Our pleasure, really.
Thank you,
Thanks
Regula. Thank you.
Mushu hoben in no shori yo shori shaga mara mo can be so ho bu joju ji sharan bu ju bu shori shaga joju dai shge nang ge ji ho ju bu jo bu na no go jan cho ho ji so shori cho ho no zai so no zai cho no zai ta no zai ri no zai za in no zai ga no zai ho no zai hum ma ku yo do shori cho ho no zai so no zai cho no zai ta.
So that was wonderful to have these great artists. And Tina Turner is an old friend, and I met her recently when she visited the Chopra Center in San Diego with their message of interconnectedness, interbeingness, love, compassion as those aspects, those divine qualities that bring about the healing of our souls and the healing of our bodies and the healing of our society.